celebrate, and they really thought that was a great thing. If you make it past 90, you know, you had a wonderful, great life, and it was just a celebration, and everyone's thankful to have you around for, you know, that long. So that's what they do in China. They send out red invitations. Anyway, one thing I wanted to say was, when someone that you love becomes a memory, that memory becomes a treasure. So I will treasure all the memories that I have with her. Even from the earliest days in North Hollywood, when I went to her house as a little kid, till the day she drew her last breath. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that I remember from her when I was little. When they lived in North Hollywood, they had a swimming pool. And I always wanted to swim. My brother and I wanted to swim. And I always got reprimanded for going too soon. I had to wait 2 hours. You have to wait 2 hours before you can go in the water. You know what will happen. It wasn't a good thing. She taught me to swim, to dive, and told me not to hold my nose. I needed to do it the right way. I remember the dresses that she sewed for me, the pajamas that she sewed for me. She taught me to sew too, as my mother did. It was just part of life. Sewing, knitting, embroidering, tatting, all that stuff she taught me. And she would drag out pieces of something that her mother had made or her grandmother had made. And it happened somewhere, but she passed that legacy down from her mother, her grandmother, to me. And I hope to pass that on. I think I taught Tara some sewing, and she's doing well. I used to bake bread. Oh my gosh, bread. Cinnamon bread. Roll it, knead the dough, roll it out, sprinkle it with cinnamon, sprinkle it with sugar, roll it out, bake it, eat the whole thing, get sick. Hot, warm bread from the oven, and it was the most delicious thing, but it didn't stick well. I used to go to the high school where she worked. And I know a lot of you won't remember what this is, but I used to help her make copies on the typewriter. One by one, and her cursing at it because it wouldn't work right. Something would come off and would stick. Walking through the halls of those high schools, you know, that just, I'll never forget that. I remember going to the lodge hall and being drug around from person to person. This is my granddaughter. I don't remember everyone's name. I used to spend the night at their house. And in the morning when I woke up, I'd go into their bed and I would snuggle with her. And that's what I do with my grandkids now. And that's a very special thing to me. I think she passed that down to me. When I was a teenager, she used to come over with Grandpa. They'd drive over in their little Honda. And they would drop by the house where my brother-in-law lived with my mom and dad, and they'd bring something. Oh, we got you one of this, or here we found this for you, and they'd stop for a while and have something to eat with us. Tell us stories. My grandmother would tell us stories of her family. Just, you know, I can't even, it'll come to me someday of all the things that she said to us. She liked to scold me, especially when I was a teenager, for the goofy things that I wore. She called them goofy, or the things that I did. But mostly I think she tried to guide me. Guide me on how to live life and how to be people. As I grew older, I'm thinking of raising my own family. I think one of the things that we can remember as a family are those Christmas Eves. Those Christmas Eves at Grandma's house and the rice pudding. And who's going to find the almond? Oh my gosh, everyone got an almond. She had a gift for every person who had an almond. She would go to the 99-cent store, buy a gift for every person who had an almond, and every dish of pudding, everyone got a gift. I think she did that up until the year before she hurt her back, and yeah, she did it right until the end. Any of you remember the Eagle Skippers on New Year's Day while we watched the Rose Parade and the Rebecca float go by in the Rose Parade? How about birds' nests at Easter time? How about yams at Thanksgiving? Can you just hear her saying, "There's 1,000 calories in every bite"? Grandma, thanks, but I'm going to eat them anyway, okay? Every Halloween, it was a mission for her to go out and find the most giant suckers she could find for each of the kids. First it was my kids, then it was my kids' kids, but they always had to have these huge. I think I threw them away when the bugs got them, but I kept them forever. I have so many memories. I could probably stand up here all day and tell you about my memories. But you all have your own memories of her, and I hope that some of you will come and share them with us. Grandma was at every event and every function that we had. She came to every one of our kids' ball games, grandkids and great-grandkids. She watched you guys play football and baseball and soccer, and she drove herself too. She drove herself to every one of them, and she cheered for you, and she supported you in every way that she could. And then, you know, after if we had a birthday or a gathering, and I had bought a cake, Grandma would always cut the cake. Here, Grandma, can you cut the cake? And I got her the knife, and she'd cut the cake. In fact, she'd prefer to do it because no one else did it right. You had to wipe the knife off, just. No licking your fingers either. And coffee, you gotta have the coffee with the cake, strong black coffee. Yeah. There's so many things. You know, the legacy that she started, she would say, "I started this mess." She would stand up here and look at all you and she'd say, "I started this mess." She always used to say that. "I did it. Look what I started." Well, what do we got? We had 2 sons, 2 daughters-in-law, we have 5 grandchildren and their spouses. We have 14 great-grandchildren and spouses, and we have 9 great-grandchildren. And I would like to have all her grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren stand up while I read just a little thing that she might say to you if she was here. So could everybody that's a grandchildren or please, and look around. Look around you, remember who you are. This is what Grandma may say to you. "I'd like the memory of me to be a happy one. I'd like to leave an afterglow of smiles when life is done. I'd like to leave an echo whispering softly down the ways of happy times and laughing times in the bright and sunny. I'd like the tears of those who grieve to dry before the sun, of happy memories that I leave when life is said and done." She loved you guys a lot. This was her whole life. You guys were her whole life. And I promised her, right before she died, that I wouldn't let any of you forget her. And I promised that I would. Thank you. If anyone else, I know that there's other people who would like to come.